Shalom, 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 yashala. I want to first and foremost want to give all praise to Yahweh, by Shema Mashiach Yahushai, forever and ever, amen. And I just want to come to y'all live from Dallas. I'm in my hotel room, just killing a little bit of time before I link up with some of the Akim and some of the family down here in Dallas. So I just want to come to y'all and speak to the family with a real quick video. So as y'all see, I titled the video. It's a pretty long title, but it's basically tis the season of folly, judgment, and prophecy. And the New Jersey City shooting and the so-called connection between black Hebrew Israelites. All right, I'm going to use the language that Esau uses, okay? So-called black Hebrew Israelites. That's what they want to label us. So there's a lot going on in society, in the world, America, everything. Shalom, everybody. There's a lot of prophecy, a lot of stuff going on. We coming into the end of Esau's year. And there's a lot going on, so I just want to come and talk to the family real quick and real brief. Shouldn't be too long. This will be a short video. Maybe I'll hit a few precepts, maybe 5, 6, 7 precepts or whatever the Spirit bring out. But just want to come and talk to the family. Like I said, first and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, by Shema Mashiach Yahushai, Yahweh and His Son Hamashiach Yahushai, and shout out to all the Hebrews in Dallas, all the brothers and sisters in Dallas that showed me love over this weekend. I've been down here. Much love to Sakari. Got to give a shout out to Sakari Dallas. Got to give a shout out to One Body in Yahushai, Dallas, Texas. Got to give a shout out to Battle Axes of the Most High in Dallas, Texas. Have to give a shout out to all the other brothers and sisters that I've met. If I don't know the name of your camp or your congregation or who you fellowship with, or if you call yourself anything at all, please forgive me. But shalom to all the brothers and sisters in the family that showed love down here in Dallas, Texas. All right. I'm still here. Anybody in the Dallas area, y'all want to link up tonight, later? Get a drink, break bread, whatever. I know it's Sunday. A lot of stuff closed early, but I don't leave till early in the morning, so I'm still here in Dallas. I'm just chilling in my hotel room, relaxing, and killing time, packing, getting organized for tomorrow. And anybody in the Dallas area that want to break bread or just link up tonight, let me know. All right. You think the New Jersey shooting was agents that work with the government? It could have been, but I'm going to go into something about the Jersey shooting that, well, I really can't go into it, but I'm going to mention something later on. But as far as the Jersey shooting, right, the so-called shooting, because we don't know, they had two videos of the governor, mayor, whoever, police chief, whoever he was, saying that these were actors. I don't know if he slipped and said that or whatever the case may be, but something about actors. All right. I mean, this story has been all over the damn place. All over. No, I'm not doing no street teaching tonight, brother. I was street teaching in Dallas, downtown Dallas last night. But if anybody want to get together and just break bread tonight, no, I'm not. I'm live now, brother, doing a sit down, but I'm not. There's no camp tonight. The camp was last night. All right. Any of y'all in the Dallas area that miss me, I do apologize, but I will be back soon. All right. I will be back soon if it be the Most High will. I'll come back soon and I'll announce it better and try to have everybody where we can meet up. I met a lot of brothers and sisters last night, but some of y'all got the message late or you didn't even know I'm here. I know I'm going to get messages tomorrow and Tuesday throughout the week. Oh, you was in Dallas. I didn't even know. But anyway, the New Jersey shooting, all right, that whole thing was about demonizing Israel. I'm pretty sure y'all know about that. Y'all know that right now. Shout out to all the other brothers and camps that spoke on this situation, that jumped on it right away as soon as it came out and exposed the BS. I especially want to give a shout out to Priest Daniel Allah, Lions of Israel, and to Deacon Hakai, Sakari. Because them brothers, that was the first two videos I saw where brothers jumped right on it. And Priest Daniela made a good point. He said not to sensationalize it, but to jump right on it and show you what Esau was doing. Me personally, I tend to not jump on stuff right away because I like to hear what's going on. And I don't like to run with the hype. Because a lot of times when you jump right on it and you run with the hype, things get lost in translation. Right. But like I said, shout out to my brothers, because some brothers, they jump right on it and they get to the fact. They try to get to the facts right away, or they try to get ahead of it before Esau can even bring the propaganda out. All right. Because it tells you, and let's start off with John 8:44. That's what we're going to start with, John 8:44, because Esau, the so-called white man, he's a damn liar. He uses his media to lie and disparage and put out propaganda and lies, especially against Israel, because we in the last days. And I'm going to show you why these devils are doing that also. All right. Yeah, whoever, if I didn't mention it, Brother Joel, whoever jumped on it and did a video right away in sincerity and truth to get ahead of it before the propaganda really came out, shout out to those brothers. You know, but me personally, I don't like to jump on stuff right away. I like to try to hear different angles, and I don't like to run with the hype and the drama and the sensationalism. That's what a lot of y'all get caught up in. You know, like I said, not taken away from any of the brothers that jump right on the story in sincerity and truth to get ahead of the story before the nonsense came out, or their brothers saw right through it from day one and cut it real quick. All right. Yeah, IUIC did put out a notice. I didn't read the whole thing, but they did put out a notice that, you know, whatever the notice was saying, maybe I'll read it later. But anyway, so that's where we coming from. But the whole situation of the Jersey shooting was to spread propaganda. And now it is the beginning stages of demonizing Israel on a high level. All right. Yeah, Asha Sha'ala did an interview, I think, with the New York Times or one of them newspapers. I forget offhand. So a lot of brothers spoke on it, but I'm just speaking on it briefly. I went into it last night in camp with Sakari, with the Sakari brothers down here in Dallas. I went into it in the camp last night. We spoke on it, whatever. But it's just one or two key points I wanted to go live and speak on. Nothing long and drawn out. But the whole situation of the New Jersey shooting is the beginning of the persecution against Israel. Now, they don't really want to mention us in the media. They don't want us to get no publicity. But if they are going to mention us, and now they're at the point where they're forced, they can't ignore us anymore. Israel is all on the highways and byways, whether we have splits, division, whatever folly's going on in Israel, camp banging, that's internal stuff. That's for another video. But they can't ignore the fact that we're here right now. So they're saying, listen, let's kill two birds in one stone. If we do have to mention them, let's mention them in the media, but let's mention them in a mockery way, and let's demonize them to the people to get the people on our side against these Hebrew Israelites, because they're teaching the truth. They're waking up their people that they're the real Israelites, and our kingdom is falling. And we're going to get into a little bit of all that. All right, but let's get John 8:44. Now, right here, Yahushua was talking to wicked Jews and Israelites, but this is what you call a twofold scripture where it can apply to Esau and the nations also. John 8:44, it says, ye are of your father the devil. Is not Esau the children of Satan? Yes, they are. And the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth. All right, he was a murderer from the beginning and he don't abide in the truth. Look how many of our people, like, we supposed to feel sympathy for this so-called detective, this Edomite detective that got killed in Jersey in the Jersey shooting by Francine Graham and what was the brother's name? Something Anderson or something. If y'all know the two suspects' names, put it on a comment. I forgot their names offhand. All right, but I'll pull them up later. But if the reason why I say if, because this could be a false flag, this could have been set up. It might not be nobody dead. Whatever. Esau got technology and different things. He could stage a lot of things. But if it really did happen, why should we be sympathetic to an Edomite detective that got his head, face, whatever blown off? Why should we be sympathetic to that? Don't you Israelites feel any sympathy for? No, hell no, we do not. Now, I know some of y'all brothers out there, I saw some of y'all articles and I saw different things, and some of y'all brothers was kind of, no, we don't condone nobody dying, and no. Now, I'm not saying nothing, but when the Most High bring judgment on a white cop, we do condone that in a sense of that's judgment and vengeance of the Most High because of all of our people that you're killing and murdering every day. And it's going to be more. So I understand some of y'all brothers feel like now it's time to be politically correct and let's show Israel in a certain light, but we got to keep it G at the same time. We're not going to water anything down and make it seem like we don't feel any sense of vindication or vengeance when a white cop, a white detective is killed, or 3 so-called white Jews is killed in a kosher store, if it even really happened. We in this truth, and we do believe in vengeance and judgment upon our enemies. So you brothers in the truth, don't let a major incident happen, and now you kind of want to be so politically correct, you damn near saying that you don't want nothing to happen to Esau. Let's not get weak now, Akim. That's all I'm saying. And I'm not saying I'm Mr. Bold, bad Israelite, the toughest Israelite, nothing. I'm just saying, let's not compromise and water down what the Most High Word says. We can rejoice at the fall of our enemies. And I'm going to show y'all that. So y'all saying, no, we don't condone cops being killed and da. Let's not, Israel, let's not get weak with this thing. That's all I'm saying. All right. So reading on. Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. First and foremost, so-called white man, your media, your illuministic system, whatever, you're a bunch of damn liars. Because you know damn well, first of all, like I was bringing out in the camp last night with Sakari, if Israel went around committing acts of terrorism and violence upon so-called white Jews, Edomites, cops, whatever, do you know how many thousands of cases we would have? See, I'm going to hit y'all with something. They know what we about because they've been investigating us. They know that we are simply out there teaching our people. We're not hiding anywhere. We're all over YouTube. We're all over Facebook. You got agents and damn Jesuit priests, like Priest Daniel call them, Mark Reiser, whatever the hell his name is, aka Vocab Malone. If y'all ever notice, I don't like to mention that devil because number one, that devil is clout chasing off of Israel, and number two, I believe he's an agent trying to go around to the different camps and entrap us in anything we're gonna say. But it's not gonna work, devil. We're just teaching the truth, and he also is trying to discredit the doctrine. But as you can see, that's not working. Everybody teaching as it is written. We continue on with the understanding that we have, and that's not working. But if y'all notice, I don't really like to mention that devil. I haven't really done no videos on him or nothing. Clout chasing demon that's trying to set Israel up. I see what he doing, and it's not going to work. But I'll mention him for now. All right. So guys like that, they know what we're about. They know damn well we have not went out and committed no terrorist attacks. They know we don't randomly going around just shooting any Edomites and shooting so-called white Jews. They know our weapon is this word. Like it tell you in Hebrews, the sword of the spirit, Ephesians, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh. So they know what it is, right? They know what it is. Inside jokes, like you. So they're a liar and the father of it. But what they had to do was they had to go and they had to put a smear campaign out there on Israel before the truth can really come out, because they knew we was going to dissect it. And they knew anybody that studied Hebrew Israelite organizations, brothers have been preaching on the streets since the 70s. I'm talking about our so-called quote-unquote One West form of street teaching. Elder Ariyah and Mashar and Yaikwab and them, they've been doing that since like the late 70s, early 80s, probably before that, if my history is wrong, but probably before that. So they know in that time, thousands upon hundreds of thousands, if not millions with YouTube, millions of Israelites have woken up to the truth. Don't you think there would have been millions of terrorist attacks all over the country? Don't you think brothers and sisters would have been going out committing? You would have had a mass way. They probably would have had to set up a separate law enforcement agency just to lock up and investigate Israelites that's committing acts of terrorism all over the country. So they knew that. And I'm going to show you how they operate. They knew that, but to spread the propaganda, they said, we're going to put this shooting out there and put out some kind of connection between black Hebrew Israelites just to get that in the minds of the people. They know, their agents and the people that study us know we're not doing that. And they know that we was going to come back and dissect it. They knew we was going to come back and destroy it. But the thing was to put it in the minds of the people. Let it get in the minds of the people that Hebrew Israelites have a connection to domestic terrorism attacks of shooting and killing people. How come you didn't say the South Carolina shooting was terrorism? Was that what's his name? Dylan Roof, which is probably some CIA made up name, but Dylan Roof. How come that wasn't domestic terrorism? But what you got to do, you got to try to make a connection between black Hebrew Israelites and terrorism. Just like, how many of y'all remember the DC sniper incident? It was a little bit after 9/11. I think the DC sniper incident was like 2003. And remember, y'all got to really look at what's going on. Remember, they equated that to Lee Boyd Malvo and I forget the other guy, John Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo. 40-something-year-old or 30-something-year-old, I forget how old the brother was, Negro Muslim, and his young 15, 16, 17-year-old sidekick. That was BS. But what they was doing, they didn't want to give Israel no media attention back then, so they said they were black Muslims. That was part of the beginning of demonizing and persecuting Israel in the media. When I say Israel, meaning blacks and Latinos in general, they really want to try to maybe blame that on Israel, but they use it as black Muslims. Because that was after 9/11, which they orchestrated 9/11 to have an excuse to go against so-called domestic terrorism. They said it was Osama bin Laden. I know I'm going here. It's a lot of information, Salakia. But that was to set up the sympathy against, in America, to go against domestic terrorists, mainly black, Latino, and Native American domestic terrorists, mainly Israelites in the truth are the domestic terrorists. Shalom Yakataz, HOIDC in the building. All right, Shalom. So that was the whole thing. Remember, y'all go back. Any of y'all remember the DC sniper shooting? Give me a con 777 if y'all remember that. John Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo. Some Negro and his teenage sidekick randomly going around shooting people. That was such a damn lie. And they had evidence of people seeing a mysterious white truck with two Edomites dressed in military fatigues in these white trucks. Those were military trained snipers all right, from Quantico, FBI headquarters, military headquarters, whatever, all in that D.C. area, because D.C. area is a high illuministic and military area. All right, Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, which makes sense. That's a high area of Illuminati behavior, activity, government, CIA, intelligence, illuministic, all that is within that D.C. area. There's a high energy of that, which is all over the country, but it's a high energy there. So you set that whole thing up. So I say all that to say, this was the beginning of attaching blacks and Latinos and Native Americans in general to domestic terrorism. But Esau, you're a damn liar and the father of it. So follow me here. That's why the beginning of the Jersey shooting, they were saying these were followers of black Hebrew Israelites. Then in the end now, I saw an updated report on it on CNN yesterday. They didn't mention Israel at all. They just said, oh, this couple had extremist views. Because you know why? They know that Israel had nothing to do with that. But it's the demonization of the truth. All right, so one more time, John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. All right, so let me go from there to let's get 2 Timothy 3:12. That's what we're gonna get. So now this is a message to you brothers out there that's on the front line, especially you brothers that's out there in the camps on the front line. 2 Timothy 3:12. This is a message to you. You listen, brothers, you cannot get weak and scared and start doubting the power of the Most High and how he will deliver us in these last days. Because I see brothers, and I'm going to just leave that right there. But we got to stand strong. So this is 2 Timothy 3. I'm going to start at 11, matter of fact. 2 Timothy 3:11. It said, persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra. What persecutions I endured, but out of them all the Lord Yahweh delivered me. So what did Paul say? Through his son and scribe Timothy, he said, listen, the persecutions I was going through in Antioch and Iconium and all the different lands, everywhere I went, I was being persecuted for the truth. He said, listen, I endured them, but out of them all Yahweh delivered me. So no matter what we're going to endure, no matter what the media try to put out these false stories about us, the Most High can deliver us. So I just say all that to say, I see certain brothers in Israel getting a little shaky. Don't get shaky, brothers. And that's not to disparage or put brothers down. It's to encourage you. Anything can get us a little shook. We're not going to say that. Anything can get us shook, but y'all got to stay firm and strong. Because what did Paul say here? Out of them all, the Lord delivered me. Oh, but brother, maybe we should use wisdom and not go out right now. And maybe we need to tell Esau we're not violent. And yeah, we can tell Esau that. But don't be saying it in the sense of we don't rejoice when the Most High judge our enemies. That's my point. Some of y'all started sounding like y'all was trying to tell Esau, no, we don't like when that happened. Listen, any judgment come on Babylon, we rejoice in it. Are we doing it? No. We know the scriptures is thus saith the Lord, what the Most High is going to do. I remember years ago when 9/11 happened, 9/11 happened, and we went out to camp. We went out to camp in 34th Street in Manhattan. And rest in peace, Brother Bunloya. Priest Bunloya was alive and well at the time in the HOI camp, and we was teaching. And any of y'all know Bunloya or y'all seen his videos or heard of him. Bunloya was a very fiery teacher. He put fire on Esau and the other nations. There was nothing watered down with that brother's teaching. And I'm not just saying that because he passed. I don't kiss up to nobody. But Bunloya was a fiery teacher. And whether he was here or not, I would still say the same thing. But we was teaching on 34th Street, and Bunloya made a statement and said, we gonna blow you devils up in that day. And do you know that Homeland Security Well, not Homeland Security. That wasn't really established at that time, but the precursor to Homeland Security. The Port Authority Police and the Marine and the National Guard, they came over to the camp because a Edomite went and told the National Guard that there's a guy over there preaching that he's going to blow up America. Do you know they ran over there? The Port Authority cop told me that they have deputized the National Guard and they have right to make arrests on American soil. Because, the military is supposed to only operate on foreign, not domestically. So they had to be deputized by a local law enforcement agency. It was a Hispanic cop. It was a Ephraimite cop, Ephraimite Port Authority cop. He told me, listen, right now, because your buddy said that he's gonna blow up America, we can arrest him right now. But the Ephraimite cop was cool. He said, I know you guys are out here just preaching the Bible and your beliefs. You're not bothering hurting anybody. But he said, listen, this is what the Ephraimite cop told me. Maybe he knew something about the truth. He was just doing his job. He was in uniform. Maybe the brother was in the truth. I don't know. The Ephraimite cop told me, if you come out of the Bible and you talk about God and what is going to happen from God, we can't touch you. But he said, the minute you say you're going to do something, we got to write. He said, I can lock your buddy up right now, but I'm not going to do it because I know what you guys are about. So I say all that to say, when we go out there, no, we're not saying we're going to do anything. We know through the Spirit of the Most High Yahweh Shai that he's going to do it, or if it is done by us, he's going to give us the power. But do we have to be scary and watered down and say we don't rejoice when a judgment happens? All right, we're not saying that we're going to do it, but if the Spirit come on a Jake or an Israelite and they go blow a damn Edomite cop's head off, we damn sure is not against that. That's judgment from the Most High. All right, so let's get it. Let's go to Psalm 60. Let's get Psalm 60. And I know I'm talking a little bit, y'all, but I just want to explain my points and where I'm coming from thoroughly. All right, I like for people to really understand what I'm saying. Let's get Psalm 60, but let's throw some scripture in there. All right, Psalm 60, and we're going to just get 12, all right? We can start at 9, all right? Psalm 60 and 9. Who will bring me into the strong city? Who will lead me into Edom? In other words, David, during his time, David was saying, who's going to give me the power to conquer Edom, the so-called white man? It says, Wilt not thou, O Yahweh, which has cast us off, and thou, O Yahweh, which didst not go out with our armies? Meaning what? David acknowledged certain times the Most High didn't go out with Israel's armies and we got defeated. But he said, who's going to bring me into Edom? The power of the Most High is going to allow us to defeat the so-called white man and the other nations. All right, that's what when we preach, I just use the brother Beloya as an example, but when we preach, that's how we got to bring it out. The Ephraimite cop told me, I can arrest your buddy right now because he said he's going to do it. But you guys got to come out of the Bible and you got to say what the Lord is going to do. Ephraim understood that. So I say that to say we coming from what the scriptures say. And that's our defense mechanism. But if the Most High use anyone or any entity to bring a judgment on Esau and his kingdom, we not going to shed a damn tear. And we not losing a wink of sleep. All right, so reading on, it says, Wilt not thou, O Yahweh, which hadst cast us off, and thou, O Yahweh, verse 11, I read verse 10 already. Psalm 60 and 11. Give us help from trouble, for vain is the help of man. So we know. Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua, give us help from trouble, because vain is the help of man. So the Most High is our backup and protection. We don't give a damn how much you lie in the media, Esau, and try to say Israelite connection to a domestic terrorism attack. We don't give a damn about that, because we got help from the Lord, for vain is the help of man. All right. And if any man do help us, that's the Most High putting the spirit on that man to help us. Verse 12. Through Yahweh. So like I said, rest in peace, brother Bonloya, but I'm just using that as an example. When the brother, he said it not to be proud or negative enough. He just said it in his zeal. He meant the Most High going to give us the power, but he just said, we going to do this. We are going to do it, but how? Psalm 60 and 12. Through Yahweh we shall do valiantly, for it is he that shall tread down our enemies. It's the Most High Yahweh that's going to tread our enemies down for us. Kwam Yashala. All right. So through the power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, we going to tread down our enemies. So that's how we got to say it and put it out there. All right. Right. It says, verse again, Psalm 60 and 12. Once again, David said, through Yahweh, we shall do valiantly or bravely, for it is he that shall tread down our enemies. All right. So it's the Most High that's going to bring our enemies down. So we got to put it out there like that. But we have no problem with any other judgments that the Most High bring. All right. So that was like after 9/11, there was a lot of tension then and everything. And I think after 9/11, I believe GMS school. Yeah, I'm naming names tonight, Israel. I'm naming names. I'm jacking camps and naming names. All right. Any of you camps got a problem with it, you can talk to me about it. I know y'all separate. Y'all the only ones with the truth or whatever the case may be. I'm not trying to get into that negativity. But yes, I'm mentioning camps by name tonight. But I believe somebody could fact check that or let me know. I believe GMS school, they weren't GMS back then. They was just under Tahar in Connecticut. I believe, if my memory serves me well, I believe GMS school, or what was the precursor to GMS in Connecticut, I think their school got raided after 9/11. Showing you back then, it was a connection trying to connect Israel to terrorism. That was all the way back then. If anybody from GMS is watching or listening, let me know. Let me fact check that. But I believe it was, in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, a couple of brothers were saying that GMS school in Connecticut got raided after 9/11. I believe that's what happened. And certain Israelite camps were being scrutinized after 9/11. I'm gonna hit y'all with something. We went to Flatbush because it was too hot to speak in the city. After 9/11, every time we was teaching, every time we was teaching, we would get into almost fights or whatever in Manhattan. So it was just too hot to teach in Manhattan. So we started teaching in Brooklyn. We said, well, let's go amongst our people. Maybe they'll listen now. To no avail. But we was teaching in Flatbush on Flatbush Avenue, right? And the cop rolled up to us and he said, listen, he said, we're very close to martial law. He said, I could tell you guys to leave right now if I wanted to, but just stay in the Bible. Don't harass nobody, because somebody had called the police on us on Flatbush Avenue. And he said, listen, I can tell you guys, I can make you guys leave right now. He said, we're like this close to martial law. So they were scrutinizing Israel back then during 9/11, trying to make a connection of domestic terrorism to the truth. But guess what? We here almost 19, 20 years later, still teaching the gospel. And some brothers got shook. Some brothers got a little shook during 9/11. Let's go to St. Matthew 13. Brothers, there was a Comfy's camp, the ICGJC. I told you I'm naming names tonight. I don't give a damn who don't like it. You got a problem with it, we can talk. But most of you camps, you're too proud or whatever. It's just little old me, Zabach, speaking. But I have nothing against the brothers. I'm just using different examples of different camps. That's all. That's all, y'all. It's nothing negative or nothing like that. But ICGJC, no disrespect to them, even though, so-called God sent comforter, Tazadaki, or whatever, But I'm just using them as an example. They ordered their men not to go out from what we saw. So we still went out. We used wisdom when certain areas was just too wild and you damn near couldn't teach there without a fight breaking out. But I say all that to say, brothers, you can't get weary and weak when a little persecution comes for the truth. You don't order your entire school not to go out and teach because Esau get judged. No, we still got to go out there, use wisdom, but the word still got to get out. Now, shout out to all the camps that went out this week. This incident happened. This incident happened Monday or Tuesday, I forget. But shout out to all the camps that still went out and did the work. Nah, brother, we can't go out, use wisdom and hide. No, When that time comes, the Most High will show us. Because you'll show up to camp and Esau will be there with his damn National Guard saying, you cannot teach. You are not allowed to preach the Bible right here. That's when we know, okay, use wisdom. The famine of the word and the tribulation is coming on a higher level. But other than that, I was in camp down here in Dallas with the brothers. Shout out to Sakari Dallas yesterday. We taught the word beautifully. Esau wasn't on the corner. You guys shot up a kosher store in New Jersey. You can't teach here. No, none of that. So the word still went out. So this is St. Matthew 13. And let me see what I want here. I got a couple of scriptures on persecution, just for stream's sake. 13:21. All right. St. Matthew 13 and 21. Yet have he not root in himself. Now I'm going to start at 18 to get the understanding. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. But he that receives seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy and receiveth it. See, this is the different categories of people that hear the truth and what can happen to them. All right. Verse 21, yet have he not root in himself. All right. So if you are in this truth and you're not fully rooted and settled, like Paul said in Colossians, I love that scripture, Colossians 1, I believe it's 23. If you're not properly rooted and settled in this truth and you still on shaky ground, this is what Yahweh Shah said about you. Yet have he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. Some of y'all endure for a while. But when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended. See that? It says some of y'all get offended like, I thought I was going to get on YouTube, make some videos and get some shine with the people. You know, if the shoe fits, wear it. But now you see the persecution coming from the word. Now you're offended. And that's one of the first things you should have learned coming into this truth. The first thing you should have learned coming into this truth is you're going to go through tribulation for this word. All right, let's go back to that. Matter of fact, 2 Timothy 3 and 12 again. I had linked up. I had wanted to go to Psalms. I just made that example with rest in peace with the brother Bonloya. But I want to go back to that. 2 Timothy 3 and 11 again. It says to link with Matthew 13 and 21 also. Persecutions, afflictions, which came unto me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystra. What persecutions I endured. But out of them all Yahweh delivered me. Yea, and all that will live godly or righteously in Yahweh Shai shall suffer persecution. So anybody that live godly in Yahweh Shai, you're going to suffer persecution. You're going to be persecuted for this truth's sake, especially nowadays, because Esau's kingdom is fallen. All right, check out this magazine I copped today, y'all. Check this out. This is all part of it. Check out what they wrote in Time Magazine. This is Time Magazine. Let me get the date of publication. It's December 2nd through December 9th, 2019. This is about a week ago's edition. And it says elites. It says elites, parties over, the fall of America's ruling class. They even doing an article on that in Time Magazine. The fall of America's ruling class. Now, I just got this today, but the article is by Anand Giridharadas. All right. That might be Ishmael or Elam. All right. And it's letting you know that what's happening is Esau's so-called ruling class is coming down. So that's why they're coming after the truth also. Because y'all got to understand something. Esau's kingdom is falling. So that's why they're coming against the word and the truth now. You got to understand that. So why is that a news report of America, of Israelites committing an act of domestic terrorism on American soil. Why is that? Because Esau kingdom is fallen. So like y'all didn't mark the page. I'm looking for the page of the article so I can show y'all. But I just got the magazine today because I saw it in the CBS and I thought it was interesting. But why is it that Esau is coming against Israel on this high level now? Because they know their time is coming. All right. It says how the elites lost their grip. All right. They let you know the elites are losing their grip. And one of the ways they lost their grip, it says in 2019, America's 1% behaved badly and helped bring about a reckoning with capitalism. All right. And y'all can read the article on your own. I'll get some more points in the article. Like I said, I just got the magazine earlier today, so I'm going to dissect it as I go along, and I'll bring out more information out of it. But what? Esau is letting you know even Illuminati's having trouble. All right, and let's further read that. Let's go to Revelation 16. We're going to bring that out. All right, Revelation 16 and the 10th verse with the 5th seal. What did John say? What did the Most High show John in Revelation? Revelation 16 and 10. And the 5th angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast. What is the seat of the beast? The elites. All right. The ruling class, the so-called 1%, the Illuminati, the secret societies. They know their time is up and they're falling. So they're saying what? What's the last stronghold against their kingdom? The truth. So we got to persecute the truth. If we go down, you go down. That's Esau's mind frame. All right. It says, and the 5th angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, the Illuminati, the elites, the government structure. You know, they bringing up Trump on articles of impeachment, which that whole impeachment is a 3-ring circus, but still, it's just showing you even behind closed doors, Esau still get along a lot of times, but in public, the Most High mock them and have them go against each other. And a lot of times they do be against each other. So he said he poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain. So the Most High going to start exposing them. All right, they all jacked up. Bernie Sanders had a heart attack. All right, Kamala Harris dropped out of the race. She's supposed to be this Cardi B chicken wing black candidate. She's a damn East Indian, man. No, she's a Benjamin, but she's half Elam. And she played the black card to try to get a Democratic nomination, and that went nowhere. That's the Most High said, associate yourselves, all ye people, and he'll bring it to naught. All right, in the book of Isaiah, the 8th chapter, the 9th verse. So Kamala Harris tried to get up in there and play this Cardi B twerking barbecue chicken wing, I'm super black agenda, and it fell. Her ass sat down, got out of the presidency, and now she ran back to her zaddy, ran back to her white lover. So your seat is full of darkness. All right. Bernie Sanders almost dropped dead. It probably one of these people you done took in human trafficking probably had to give Bernie Sanders a new heart. But your kingdom is fallen. So what? Revelation 12 and 12. Yeah, I know we got to get the classic. Revelation 12 and 12. All right. And it reads, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So Satan is coming down because they know they got a short time. Time magazine is writing articles about their own so-called elites and how they're losing a grip hold on power economically from social media. See, a lot of how Esau is losing his power is because social media. A lot of stuff that normally they could have covered up in the media, they can't do it no more. Everybody got a damn phone. Everybody's recording everything. Everybody's making stuff go viral. So you can't cover it up now. All right. So the Lord said what? The judgment is coming upon you. But to you black, Latino, Native American, and Seminole Indians and Israel in general. And that shooting in New Jersey, that's not only to demonize Israel, that's to demonize our people in general. Because you're still putting out to the people that these were black people with extremist views. All right, so it says Satan would come down with great wrath because he know he got but a short time. His kingdom is about to be destroyed. He know he got a short time. So I'm just, like I said, I was going to mention a few things that I seen that went on with the camps. And I talked about a few already. But there was a video. If anybody saw that video and know the video, you can share it in the comment board. There was a video with General Yohana, ISUPK. All right. Now, I have nothing against ISUPK. Those are fellow Israelites. But we know ISUPK, they don't associate themselves with other camps. And they say if you're not in an ISUPK, you're not in the truth, which I don't agree with that. I believe the Most High Spirit is dealing with Israel in many different congregations until he decides to bring us under one banner. But I have nothing personal against ISUPK. And I'm only mentioning them to make a point. If they got a problem with it, they can speak to me. If not, I'm just using ISUPK as a point of reference. I put that disclaimer out because those brothers, they tend to kind of have a negative stance towards other camps. But I'm just quoting from them in General Yohana's video to make a point. Them brothers even said if they told their men don't salute other camps. If other camps try to salute you, show them that we ain't no joke. So I'm not trying to get in a fight with members of ISUPK because I tried to salute them. So we leave them brothers alone. They just fellow Israelites that know that they Israel doing the work. But I say all that to say I'm going to reference something I seen in General Yohana's video. All right. General Yohana was doing a video where one of the news sources or whatever, some older Edomite guy was interviewing him. And the older Edomite guy said, those studs on your brother's head, doesn't that look militant? Or I forgot the word he used. I'm paraphrasing. So I said, look at this damn devil. So and this was in the early stages earlier this week. I think this was like the day after this whole story came out. So they was in the beginning modes of demonizing and putting this negative image on Israel. So I said, look at this damn devil. So you're going to say a stud on a garment represents that we want to go, that Israelites want to go and kill an Edomite cop and some Jewish people in a kosher store because we got a stud on our damn garment? Are you serious, Esau, you damn lying devil bastard? Any of y'all seen that interview with General Yohana? Let me know. That was so ridiculous. And I'm going to show you. I brought this out at the camp last night, but I'm going to reiterate it. I brought this out in the camp with Sakari and them last night, this same scripture. I'm going to show you about studs in the Holy Bible. Studs was part of our royal garments. And it didn't necessarily mean you was better off saying the guy got a girdle on or gauntlets or whatever, because we wore stuff like that to block and for battle or whatever, and we also wore them as just as part of our garments. You was better off maybe saying something like that, but a stud on a brother's mitri, on a brother's headband, that means he wants to come. Well, let's stop the nonsense, Esau. You're getting pathetic. And Solomon said this in Songs of Solomon 1:11. Let's get Songs of Solomon chapter 1 verse 11. Because the Bible, I'm going to show y'all something. Like all of y'all out there that mock us and call us Power Rangers and everything we wear, we can go in scripture and show it. So if you calling us Power Rangers, then you mocking the scriptures. Because we got a girdle around our garment, you mocking the scriptures. Yahushua, didn't he in Revelation to tell you he had a girdle on? So the garments are spiritual. They do have a warlike appearance to them. You do look warlike, but that doesn't equate to I got my warlike Israelite garments on. I'm going to go shoot up a damn Jewish synagogue and a white cop. No. Do we have a problem with the Most High bringing that judgment? Hell no. When these race wars break out, there's going to be 1 million black men like that. And they're going to put you damn devils to death. Yes, I said it, and we condone it because it's the Most High's judgment. All right? So we're not soft-shoeing and, well, no, we don't like cops getting killed. No, that's the judgment of the Most High. All right? Songs of Solomon 1:10. 1:11. We will make the borders of gold with studs of silver. So Solomon even spoke about the studs and the different things in the garments. So I say all that to say, Shalom, I'm the Walla. I'm the Walla is the one that shared the video with me of General Yohana. General Yohana was talking about something totally different. And the devil tried to say, look at your men with those studs on their head. You don't think that looks militant? Because see, if you don't have a damn monkey suit on and a tie like Esau, and you dressing with your ancient apparel, that looks militant and that looks violent. You devils are something else, a bunch of damn liars, man. And we can go in the scriptures where Solomon spoke about the beauty of studs and borders of gold and different things on our garments. I don't know why you got jokes. So I'm just using the video with General Yohana ISUPK as a ref. I told y'all I'm naming names and I'm talking about camps. IUIC, they put out a mission statement of, like I said, I didn't get a chance to read the whole thing. Somebody sent it to me, but I guess basically they were saying that's not what we're about. We're about organizing our people and teaching our nation. And I'm going to show you how Esau is the devil. IUIC had a 1,000,000-man march. I'm Salakia. They had a march in Chicago. Matter of fact, this was the second one that they did. They did the first one in Memphis, 1,000-man march. Or maybe they had a little bit more than 1,000 or whatever the number. I think Nathaniel said it was more than 1,000. But either way, when IUIC did that march in Chicago, and it was to bring awareness to violence and different things happening in Chicago, and showing Black and Latino men, 6,000, whatever the number was. All right, to me, it definitely looked like more than 1,000. I wasn't there to count. I wasn't on the screen. I don't know. It could have been 10,000, whatever. IUIC marched out there with a lot of men, thousands of men. And where was the media coverage of that? Why you didn't say this Israelite organization is organizing? They're marching against violence in the city of Chicago that needs it. And they're teaching young Black and Latino and Native American men a better way to be family men and to repent and come back to the laws of God. Where was the media coverage for that, you damn demons? But you want to have a shooting in New Jersey and you're all over attaching that to Israel. Where was your media? Why wasn't it the media? It was 800, whatever. 6,000, I don't know how many it was, brother. I say 1,000 for argument's sake. But either way, IUIC marched a lot of men through the streets of Chicago, and they did a positive thing. Y'all can think whatever of IUIC and their doctrine. This is not about that. I know IUIC, they stick to themselves. They, mainly only deal with their Israelite camp. And that's fine. I'm just using them, brothers, as a point of reference. Anybody from IUIC, don't be upset with me. I'm just using y'all as a point of reference. But they marched through with all these brothers and did something positive. They wasn't really out there, the white man's the devil. Them brothers kept it about the people. Even though they could have said that and they wouldn't have been wrong, but they said, we out here to bring awareness and to teach young and Black and Hispanic men to stop killing each other in the streets of Chicago and to repent and be men about their families. Where was the media coverage for that? Everything you saw about that was underground, or IUIC was sharing it. Why wasn't the media coverage there for that? Why wasn't it all over? Hey, these guys did a great thing in trying to stop young Black and Latino men from killing each other in Chicago. Where was the media coverage? Because you're a slippery serpent. You're a devil. All right, let's go to Mark. I believe it is. Or is it Luke? I'll find out right now. Luke 13. Is it Luke 13? Or is it Mark 13? So like y'all, I'm kind of doing, this was kind of an impromptu video shooting from the hip. St. Mark 13, and I'm going to just get a few more and wind it down. St. Mark 13, and let me see what I want. Salaki, y'all. No, that's not what I want either. I'll find it. Somebody give me the scripture where Yahweh Shai called, I got it right here. St. Mark 13 and 31, where Yahweh Shai made basically called Herod the Edomite. He basically called him a demon. All right. But let me read it. It's going to explain itself. St. Luke 13:31. The same day there came certain of the Pharisees, saying unto him, Get thee out and depart hence, for Herod will kill thee. It says, and he said unto them, Go ye and tell that fox. And back then, fox was like calling somebody a demon, a slick, wicked, evil person. It was also like cursing somebody out. Like Esau has Fox News. You get all this negative publicity on Israel, but you don't promote nothing positive. Anytime you want to mention us in the media, it's something negative. All right, it says, and he said unto them, Go ye and tell that fox, Behold, I cast out devils and do cures today and tomorrow. And the third day I shall be perfected. So Yahweh shall call Herod the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. He called him a fox, which was equivalent back then. So your slick demonic media trying to disparage and put negativity on Israel is not going to work. All right, so shout out to Priest Danya Allah. Y'all go to Maccabees TV and watch Priest Danya Allah's video that he did on this whole thing. Priest Danya Allah, he exposed it right away. That brother, he jumped right on it, not for the sensationalism, but to expose it and break it down. And Priest Danyala did a hell of a job. Check out his video on Maccabees TV. He was one of the first brothers I saw that went live and dissected that thing right away. That was a great video by Priest Danyala. Shout out to Priest Danyala, Lions of Israel, Maccabees Alliance Council. All right. Those are brothers in the faith, and, you know, we break bread with them, so we ain't got to put up no disclaimers. Yeah, right here. The Priest Danya Allah. All right. And the brother went into some good points that the brothers from How Music, shout out to How Music, that the brothers from How Music has shared an article with him about the tension in Jersey City between blacks, Judah, and Amalek, which is the devil. Between the real Jews and those that are pretending to be the Jews coming in and damn gentrifying the neighborhood. And then y'all remember the Crown Heights riots in the early 90s? And then y'all remember the Brooklyn Crown Heights riots with the family of Gavin Cato, the little boy that was ran over by a so-called white Jew. And the riots broke out between blacks. And that was really Judah, Benjamin, and Levi in Crown Heights. That broke out between them and the so-called white Jews. And Brother Limerick Nelson got locked up for stabbing that so-called white Jew to death. So there's always tension between Amalek and Israel. And remember, in Exodus, we don't have to get it. Exodus, I think, 17:16, the Most High tell you he was going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So we would never be friends with the so-called white Jews. All right. Yeah, Exodus 17:16. All right. From the time of Agag the Edomite, we had a war with Amalek. There's a movie... Well, let me not jump the gun. I'm going to show y'all right here. This is Priest Danyala's video on Maccabees TV. All right. Can y'all see the title? Well, I'll just read the title for y'all. It's called Jersey City Shooting at Hebrew Israelites at Project Megiddo. Pay attention. But y'all will go down and scroll down on Maccabees TV and y'all will see it. All right. Priest Danyala is wearing a Tribe of Gad hat. Like a rust-colored Tribe of Gad hat. And you'll see that the first hashtag is at Jersey City Shooting on Maccabees TV. All right? So, Brother Danyala brought out a good news report, an article in there from the brothers from How Music. Shout out to the brothers from How Music, Ephraim Gedalia and Yohanan, the twin brothers, and the rest of How Music. Shout out, Brother Shalom. They shared an article with Danya Allah about the tensions between the so-called Jews and the blacks in Crown Heights, in Jersey City. And if you remember the Crown Heights riots, where there was tension between Israel, the real Jews, and the so-called white Jews back then. Even, what's the rapper, I believe? The rapper from The Roots. What's his name? Black Thought. I believe the brother's name is Black Thought from The Roots. Black Thought, I believe he played in a movie years ago where let me see if I can pull it up. Where he had he was dealing with this so-called white Jewish woman, all right, and in that movie you can see they show the name of the movie is called Brooklyn Babylon with Black Thought, which Black Thought. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read. I found a movie. I'm gonna read a caption from the movie. This was Black Thought. He played in a movie called Brooklyn Babylon back in 2001. It says in Brooklyn's Crown Heights, film plot summary. In Brooklyn's Crown Heights, where West Indian Rastafarians and other blacks live next door to the Jewish Chabad community, ethnic tensions are high. See that? So Exodus 17:16, the Most High swore that he would have war with Amalek from generation to generation. The Crown Heights riots, early 90s. This movie that was made in 2001 depicting the tension between blacks and so-called Jews with our brother Black Thought. The tension in Jersey City. Now, why am I saying all that? Because who's to say the brother in Jersey City and the sister, they just didn't get fed up and they just moved on their own. We gonna kill you devils for trying to move in and take over our neighborhood. And there's inside information that I don't want to bring out concerning this brother. It goes deep. I'm going to just say that I got some information yesterday. And all I would say is they're trying to directly connect this incident to HOI. Even though they're trying to connect it because they said the Black Israelite community. But they're trying to connect it to HOI. And that's all I'm going to leave that right there. Some inside information I got that I can't share on social media. But this thing is serious. I'm going to just say it like that. But guess what? We're not moving nowhere. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. It says, ethnic tensions are high. After a minor car crash, the headstrong Judah and other Jewish men patrol the neighborhood as vigilantes confront Scratch, a mouthy hustler. Passengers in the cars make eye contact. So a hip-hop musician, songwriter, and artist, Scratch's friend, and Sarah, who is betrothed to Judah, but wants to go to college and be on her own. Over the next few days, while Scratch and Judah's conflict escalates in violence, Sarah and Soul connect in ways that echo Sheba and Solomon. So in other words, Black Thought, his character had this relationship with this so-called white Jewish woman. All right. But they show you that there was tension between. I'm just bringing that out to show you that even in movies, they depicted the tension between blacks and so-called white Jews in Crown Heights and in general. Because we read it, the Most High said he would have war with them. It all makes sense. So now, would it not make sense that's another angle you could look at where maybe this brother and sister got upset and said, we're going to kill these devils for moving into our neighborhood. All right, so I just want to mention that. Once again, shout out to Priest Daniel and his video that he did. Deacon Hakai from the Sakari, he did a good video. Just basically going in and exposing how, they trying to blame this shooting on Hebrew Israelites, black Hebrew Israelites. And that's another thing. All right, let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 37. This is ridiculous. Black Hebrew Israelites. First of all, Deuteronomy 28, and we're going to go to, 37. There's no such thing as a black Hebrew Israelite. That almost has like a gang connotation to it. Black Pea Stone Rangers, black guerrilla family, black mafia. All right. It has like a gang connotation to it. We're not a damn gang. We are a nation of people. We are Hebrew Israelites. All right. Abba Yaf Yasha Alium. Hebrew Israelites. We ain't no damn. Listen, brothers and sisters, don't ever respond to that term. I don't give a damn if you got a chance to do a news article with CNN, major article that can get Israel exposed. Don't ever. I don't want to catch none of you brothers and sisters in this truth, even the ones that we affiliate with, especially the ones we affiliate with, or any Israelite. never respond to that term of Black Hebrew Israelite. We are Hebrew Israelites. All right, Hebrew, our nationality, Israelite, our language, Israelite, our heritage. And they're both one and the same also, because Hebrew is also our heritage. So 37, Deuteronomy 28:37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. Like they kept saying in this whole Jersey shooting incident that there was a connection between them and the Black Hebrew Israelite movement. No, they were saying they're a friends group, meaning there's some kind of offshoot that nobody takes seriously. They're not part of mainstream Judaism. We don't give a damn about being part of mainstream Judaism because that's not who we are. We are Hebrew Israelites coming back to our true nationality. So you brothers and sisters don't ever respond to no Black Hebrew Israelites. If they're going to address us, they got to address us correctly. Because that ain't nothing but some kind of gang negative connotation that they trying to put on us. Black this, black that. You know, y'all know the word black has a negative connotation to it. A black cat is bad. Devil's food cake is dark or chocolate. Angel's food cake is white. Come on. I blacked out. I lost my memory. Whatever. It has that negative connotation. So don't ever respond to that proverb or byword. All right. So they had another article where they was trying to associate this brother and sister that did the shooting, Francine Graham and the other brother's name, Anderson, trying to associate them with they were saying that they went to Comfy School. All right, that they went to the so-called ICGJC, Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. And they said they went there 4 years ago. Yeah, black male, black ball. All right, they try to say they went there years ago. They were members years ago that went there. And like Priest Daniela brought out in his video, y'all got to read between the lines. They said that they were once part of Israelite organization. That's why if you look on now, I just saw an updated report on CNN. They're not mentioning no association to Black Hebrew Israelites because they know it was BS, but they had to put the propaganda out there. All right. You know, so they brought out that they're not part of any mainstream Jewish organization or Judaism. They're not part of mainstream Judaism. Basically trying to say that nobody takes us serious. We're not real Jews. We're not real Israelites. All right. But they try to link them to the ICGJC, saying that they went there 4 years ago. They raided the ICGJC school because right now they got Tazadakia convicted on tax evasion charges. Him and Tazapawan, the treasurer. All right. Yeah, I told you I'm naming names and camps today. All right. But anyway, it's not, like I said, I have nothing against camps. I'm just using them as points of reference. What's going on with different camps concerning the situation. HOI, we have been contacted personally. And I'll leave that right there. We have been contacted personally with this situation, trying to find some connection between HOI and this situation. That's all I'll go into. But guess what? We ain't budging no damn well. And you ain't getting no information out of us but what we do and teach as a nation. We have nothing to hide on that level. But you're not going to try to make a connection between us. If you lie, that's a different story. But you're not going to make no connection between us and this so-called act of domestic terrorism. All right. So it said Francine Graham was an occasional babysitter in the West Harlem housing project where she grew up, and former neighbors still remember her as a polite and caring woman. As polite and caring, Salakia. Decades later, when she settled into a townhouse complex in Elizabeth, New Jersey, Graham worked as a certified nurse's aide for a health center run by the Catholic Church and looked out for ailing neighbors, according to her former employer and residents who interacted with her. Now, I'm going to show y'all what they're doing, right? I'm going to show y'all what they're doing. what they're doing, they're showing that the sister was this innocent, nice black woman before she got with David Anderson. That's the brother's name. I forget, they had his Hebrew name up there also. But they're saying she was this nice, innocent black woman before she got with that Israelite nigga. Because remember, if y'all remember, early articles was saying that Francine Graham, after she met David Anderson and started learning about being a Hebrew Israelite, she turned into a dark person. So y'all know what they say. Y'all see where I'm going, right? They don't want our women following us in this truth. So what Esau is trying to propagate in the media is, if y'all sisters convert and come into the truth and start following brothers, and brothers guide you in this truth, and especially if you marry a brother, you're going to turn into this dark, evil black woman where you used to be this nice, upstanding black woman in society. You see what the devils are doing? Because what? They don't want our women cleaving unto us in this truth. All right. So, but the Most High said, in that day, 7 women going to take hold of one man. They're not only going to come to us and bow to us in this truth, they're going to become our wives by the numbers. All right. By the dozens, by the 7s, whatever. All right. So, but Esau don't want that, because what? Like Sister Shahrazad Ali said in her book, Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman, she said there was a conspiracy between the black woman and the white man against the black man, against the Israelite man. The Israelite woman and the Edomite man against the Israelite man. I'll say it on that level. Shout out to Sister Shahrazad Ali. Even though the sister's a Muslim, she did break down some good things about the relationship dynamic between our people. All right, so we see through you, devil. You trying to paint Francine Graham as this nice, dainty sister, which she probably was. And she still was probably a good sister after she came in the truth. But you're trying to show our Israelite woman, if you get with the Israelite man, you're going to get this dark, hateful, evil spirit about you. So don't follow them Negroes into that Israelite stuff. We see what you're doing, devil. But I just say all that to say they try to associate them to Comfy School. They raided Comfy School. I don't know what that's all about. Maybe they try to get him on more charges since the tax evasion or whatever. But that was another dynamic I looked at. I saw. And like I said, I believe GMS school got raided after 9/11. I mentioned that earlier. Anybody from GMS want to fact check that, feel free. If not, it's not important. You know, them brothers stick to themselves. It's all good. I have nothing against the camps. You know, why is Zabach mentioning us in his video? I'm just making points of reference. Any of you camps that I mentioned, it was not out of anything negative. I was just using y'all as points of references. Even y'all camps that don't deal with us. We know y'all separate, y'all to yourselves. We respect that. We don't bother y'all. We don't, stick to yourselves. We see y'all in the kingdom. If whatever the Most High going to allow, we'll laugh about it and drink a flagon of wine in the kingdom. But it's all good. I don't mean anything negative against the other camps. I'm just mentioning things for points of reference. So that's it. And that's about Israel. I just want to touch on this real quick. Francine Graham, David Anderson, they try to, I can be here for another 5 hours bringing out angles of this story, but they tried to demonize Hebrew Israelites, the Hebrew Israelite movement. And that's another thing. The reason why I mention all you camps is because they're not having no respect to persons in this thing. They said the Hebrew Israelite movement. They didn't come after a camp, an individual. They said the movement. So even the Israelites that are separatists and stick to themselves, which is all good, they don't look at us as separate. They look at us as all as the one same thing. And we know we're going to have divisions and separations till Yahweh shall come back. But I just want to mention that you brothers out there, be mindful that this is against all of us. And you camps that don't deal with other camps, fine. Stay to yourselves. We don't have to deal with each other. It is what it is. But I'm just putting that out there. This is targeted against all of Israel. All right, so that's that. But basically, like I said, we can go into so much stuff, man. It's half the information I want to go into. I didn't even get a chance. But I want to cut this video. I want to enjoy the rest of some of my night in Dallas. It's my last night here in Dallas, so I do want to break bread and enjoy some of the rest of the night. So be mindful. 2 Corinthians 2:11. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. Yes, As I'm saying that, I'm the while is typing. Don't forget that the white man's the damn devil. You damn right. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us because we are not ignorant of his devices. 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, the so-called white man in the flesh, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. But you ain't going to devour a damn thing. We got the power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai on our side, and we are not moving. Matter of fact, that's what I'll end with. Let's go to 1 Thessalonians. No, matter of fact, let me give y'all some more encouragement. Well, all these scriptures these two scriptures I'll close with will be for encouragement. Proverbs 24:10. Some of these we brought out at the camp last night, but we're going to just reiterate them. Once again, shout out to Sakari and all the Dallas Hebrews that showed me love. This is Proverbs 24:10. It says, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So you brothers you can't faint, man. You can't get weary. You can't get nervous and scared now because the persecution is coming. We ain't do that. No, we did not do it, but we ain't going to get all scary. We didn't do it, but whatever happened, false flag, whether it really happened, whatever the case may be, if it really happened, judgment of the Most High. Are we going to shed a tear and feel any kind of way? Hell, emphatically no. All right. So don't faint, brothers, in the day of adversity, because the Lord said your strength is small. You're not enduring to the end. 1 Thessalonians 3:3. All right. One more for encouragement before I go. So like y'all, I know I was a little long-winded. Bring out more scriptures, Elder. It's all good. We can put out 1,000 scriptures concerning this topic. You know, we pulled a lot of precepts at the camp last night. Good precepts. Go down on my timeline and watch me and Sakari in downtown Dallas last night. Great fiery camp. All right. 1 Thessalonians 3:3. And this is encouragement, brothers. All right. 1 Thessalonians 3:3. That no man should be moved by these afflictions. For yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye know. So Paul said, don't be moved by these afflictions. He said, we will suffer tribulation, and it's now coming to pass, and ye know. So it's starting to happen, Israel. And guess what? Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. All right? Rejoice, Israel. Your time is coming. All right? Your reward is in heaven. So whatever persecution you're going to go through, stay strong, because the time of our redemption is near. You ain't going to scare us with no false, fake story. Even your damn mayor, police commissioner, whoever he was, said they were actors twice on a video. So I'm going to do a little bit deeper digging. Maybe this thing really happened. Maybe it was a false flag. Maybe they sacrificed the cop and them Jewish people to try to set up Israel. But either way, the whole thing about this story was to demonize Israel and to try to make us look like terrorists to the public. But guess what? The Most High, which is the king of terrors, you got to worry about the terror that he's going to bring. 2 Corinthians 5:10 and 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord. That's what you better worry about, Esau. All right. So 1 Thessalonians said, don't no man be moved by these afflictions. All right. Now, one more thing I want to mention in closing. Did y'all see that cop, that off-duty cop got executed? He got shot 10 times in the face, I believe it was. I'm just getting a news report, so don't quote me on exactly what happened, but there was a cop that got killed. I forget what state is in. If y'all know anything about the story, put it on the timeline. But there was a cop that got killed, shot 10 times, execution style, I believe, in the face. Judgment from the Most High. That's why I titled this video, "'Tis the Season of Folly, Judgment, and Prophecy." You had Hallmark. Hallmark had a commercial with damn lesbian couples kissing. And it was so much backlash, Hallmark had to pull the commercial because you pushing that homosexual agenda. So Esau, your kingdom is finished, man. And for all the black and Latino men and Native American men that you're murdering, all the kidnapping, sex trafficking, judgment is coming back upon your head. All right, that cop got shot and killed execution style. Shot I believe in the face 10 damn times. But I'll revisit the story and come back with more of the facts, or whatever Esau put in the media, because you never know with him. We can only research the different articles and 2 or 3 witnesses of what happened. But this is a Psalm 141:10. Let the wicked fall into their own nets, whilst that I with all escape. So Esau, you're not going to escape. You can lie on us all you want. Like it tell you Psalms 35:11, false witnesses did rise up against us. They laid to my charge things I knew not. So you can lie all you want, Esau. But guess what? The servants of the Lord, we're here. We're here to stay. We're going to endure to the end. The Lord said nothing shall separate us from his love. And we're going to teach this gospel and endure till Yahweh shall come back. So your false flag jersey shooting is not scaring away the men of the Lord. Kwam Yasha'Allah. If anybody feel me on that, give me a con 777. So while you trying to lie on Israel and demonize us, your cops are getting shot in the face and executed. And more judgment is coming. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Holy Bible. So with that, Israel, I'm out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this live video. All praises to Yahweh Bashim Mashiach Yahushai. If y'all got 1 inch of edification out of this video, I've done my job. I want to say peace, blessings, and the kingdom of heaven to the nation of Israel. HOI to the chariots fly. Kwam Yasha'Allah, we still got next. Hallelujah, y'all. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Salaki, I didn't speak on this story earlier, but I don't like to jump the gun and get into sensationalism. I like to get a few facts or whatever. So they went from this was Israelites to not even mentioning I had no connection to Israel at all. Showing you Esau is the devil. All right, shout out to all the Hebrews in Dallas. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the hospitality. Anybody in the Dallas area watching this video, you want to break bread tonight before I leave, feel free. Make sure it's not too late because I got to get ready for my flight in the morning, but I still got a couple of hours if y'all want to, move and groove. All right, so all praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yasha'Allah, we still got next. Priest Zabach, HOI to the chariots fly. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. We got next, bring it out. HOI pull up, boys. And you brothers and sisters, stay strong forever and ever. And don't let this move us. Wear your fringes. Go to camp. Let everybody know you don't celebrate Christmas, New Year's, these wicked holidays. And say it loud and proud. Yes, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. From my distinctive tribe, I serve the Most High Yahweh Shai. That shooting in New Jersey has nothing to do with what we believe in. And commit no damn terrorist attacks on America. We serve a power, and he's going to bring judgment upon you. By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Who got next? We got next. For how long? Forever. What we going to do? Take the kingdom. When? Now. How? By Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Kwam Yashala. So stay strong. All right. Stay encouraged and don't waver or falter. All right. With that, much love in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Kwam Yashala. We still got next. HOI to the chariots fly. Priest Zabach. All the camps in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the 4 corners of the earth. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Mashiach Yahushai forever and ever. Amen. Shalom.